Who doesn't love the Belgian Grand Prix? It's the race, of course, that gave maiden pole positions to the Jordan and Force India teams, with Rubens Barrichello and Giancarlo Fisichella respectively. Jordan, of course, would then go on to better that here in 1998 with their first ever victory. And you can guarantee that something special will always happen at Spa-Francorchamps. But what that something is today is anybody's guess. Spa-Francorchamps then, a 4.35-mile tour of the Ardennes countryside, with 9 right corners and 10 left corners, giving us a grand total of 19. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in these conditions, we won't be seeing anything like that today. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Kimi Räikkönen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Bottas, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Grosjean and Sergio Perez, a Haas, Ocon, Fernando Alonso and Van Dorn, Gasly, ERacing, Charles Leclerc and Lance Stroll, Sirotkin and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Decent start. Good job. Nice move. The energy store is getting warmer, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. race. ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge. Soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres. Shifts to a minimum. Situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet. Teammate by 15.7 seconds. Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy. means you've lost one of the gears. Say again, you have lost access to one of the gears. To take increased wear. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. On the gearbox. The team are trying everything they can think of, but they're not optimistic. Just keep at it, do your best, that's all we can ask. bit of swapping over. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap. Laps of fuel remaining. Is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. Laps of fuel remaining. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Great work from the Haas team. They take a famous win here today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
There aren't many teams, you know, as they come out onto the podium now, who could do what Haas have managed to accomplish here. It's hard to believe just how competitive they've already become. An amazing victory.